What are we talking about today? Hello, my fellow Terrans, and welcome to What Are We Talking About? Today on What Are We Talking About, we're talking about the Avengers, specifically about the latest trailer of the Avengers, the third trailer, I guess, of the second Avengers movie. And the thing about this new trailer is that it's the first time that we've seen basically any comedy, any lightness in any of the Age of Ultron material. Everything has looked grim. The end of basically the Avengers, like, it's been pretty dark, everything we've seen up to this point. This third one, there's a couple jokes, a couple one-liners. You got Captain America, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Black Widow picking up the shield. I'm always picking up after these boys. There's also Thor calls him out like in the comic. Is that all you got? Ultron doesn't even say anything. He just raises his hand. And all these Ultron bots, it's like ants just screaming up. It's like a stampede of these things. Some of them are flying in. It's crazy. Cap looks at all the robots, just says, yeah, Dask. A perfect amount of comedy and seriousness. It seems like Age of Ultron is going to be, for lack of a better term, the Empire Strikes Back of the series. I mean, I know people say that all the time about if something's darker, but that's the only example I know of, so sue me. But the thing is, with Age of Ultron, it's the turning point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We saw already, basically, S.H.I.E.L.D. was Hydra, so that was a major thing. But now we are getting to a point where they've already announced Civil War is coming out. And the thing about that is that it's Iron Man versus Captain America. They have opposing views about the future of superheroes, basically. In the comics, it's talking about secret identities, more or less. And so it's like a huge thing. Spider-Man reveals who he is, and everybody's shocked. But nobody has a secret identity in the MCU, so that's not going to be what this is about. The thing that this, I think, is going to be about is they already hit it a bunch of times in this last trailer. The Civil War is going to be about superheroes taking responsibility for all the shit that they either brought on or whatever. And we saw it in the first Avengers where Thor says to Nick Fury, humans using the Tesseract, it lets everybody else know that they're ready for a higher form of war. So what's going on? We have all these huge, massive threats. If Captain America never would have happened, none of this would have happened. The Incredible Hulk was only made because they were trying to recreate the super soldier program that made Captain America in the first place. There was an accident resulting in Bruce Banner becoming the Incredible Hulk. A lot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is because of him. The thing about Age of Ultron is that in this trailer, I think they gave away the big finale of the movie in the trailer. Lots of people think they didn't really give any spoilers or anything. I think they pulled it again. They gave away the biggest spoiler that there will be in the entire movie. Because if you notice, at one point, Captain America's running on a bridge with cars, but then when he goes to save that car, they're so far up in the air that there's no way that that's a normal bridge. There's something weird about that. So here's what I think is going to happen in Avengers Age of Ultron. The very first thing, all the snow and stuff like that, that's going to be the opening scene. All the snow scenes and stuff like that we saw in this trailer, that's going to be the very first scene in the movie. Like, that's going to be what opens to. When they have the slow-mo of all of them jumping at the same time, which, by the way, is my absolute favorite screenshot from everything we've gotten from this movie yet, or almost any comic book movie. It's just so awesome. Okay, the very first scene is all the snow. They're going to be going to somewhere in Europe or something, trying to stop Baron Strucker from doing something or trying to retrieve Loki's scepter from him. Because they've been going on missions and stuff as the Avengers for a while. I think some time has passed, kind of a thing. And there's no more S.H.I.E.L.D. So the Avengers are what's it. After Captain America 2, everything that's happened since then, all the time that's passed, there's been no S.H.I.E.L.D. So it means that the Avengers have been going on missions and stuff. Thor's been here. Since Thor 2, Thor has been on Earth. He's been learning to be more human in terms of clothes and mannerisms. He still will be Thor, of course, but the Avengers have been working as a team. There's been no S.H.I.E.L.D. They are what's been solving everything. And so this is just one of their missions. We just cut into the movie. They're about to go on just another mission, kind of like Captain America, how he's been going on missions and stuff. And so we come into the movie. The second thing that happens is he's going on just another mission. So that's what this is. It's just going to be just another mission. And then after that, I think that's when Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver will be found by the Avengers. house and brought onto the team at that point. Then there's the party at the house. And when that party is happening, also it's showing that Ultron is taking control of Tony's robots, building himself, and we have that first decrepit version of Ultron. And it breaks up the party. This fight ensues, blah, 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 blah. Then Tony's talking to Bruce Banner about, I made a mistake and I built this shit, and artificial intelligence, blah, 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 blah. Thor gets pissed at Tony, blah, blah, blah. All this shit happens. Everybody's fighting, and they kind of separate a little bit. I don't know where this house is involved, but I think it's near the end. So I think that all of the Hulkbuster fighting with the Hulk, at least most of it, is a dream that the Hulk is having, or the Hulk is under control by Scarlet. The most important thing is that Captain America and Iron Man are fighting about responsibility. We're taking responsibility, and there's a key line when he doesn't save that car in the trailer, and it drops down, and it says, sometimes we're going to pay the price. What the deal is I think that is the very end of the movie, and what it is after they defeat Ultron, and there's maybe just a few robots left, and they're killing them, there's a bridge that falls, and there's a kid trapped in a car, and the kid that's trapped in the car, I think we've seen him in the trailer. In the very first Avengers trailer that was released, it was the one where it had the Pinocchio theme music, all slow down and creepy, and it had James Spader as Ultron talking, I'm gonna show you a world. Beautiful world. Everyone's screaming. And when it says everyone's screaming, there's a blonde chick holding a kid in fire screaming, bent over, just freaking out. And in this third trailer, if you notice, at one point there's an attractive blonde woman standing behind glass, looking out in amazement a little bit, standing next to two children. That is the same woman, and the child right next to her is the same child from the previous trailer. And the thing is, nobody else has even picked this up at all. I think that what this means, they are going to have an important role. I think they're going to be a plot device. I think the kid is going to die, and that is what's going to lead into Civil War, because in the comics, the reason why Civil War happens is because a low-level superhero that has basically a reality show, there's an accident, kills a bunch of civilians, there's a massive backlash, and that's what causes the Civil War. And in the movie universe, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that at the end of this movie, there's going to be something that really, really sets the wheels in motion. It won't completely be the start of the Civil War. I think in Captain America Civil War, I think that we will see the start of the Civil War, like the absolute defining moment when it starts. But I think that the biggest event that starts the talk about whatever it is that causes a civil war, so whether it be the Superhero Registration Act or some other form of law that they put in place where superheroes have to be registered with the government as a superhero or whatever, and it just basically starts impinging on people's freedoms a little bit. And Captain America feels like people need to take responsibility, but the people need to take responsibility themselves. The government doesn't need to intervene, because he saw that before. In Captain America the Winter Soldier, he saw that in a big way. S.H.I.E.L.D. was trying to do a good thing, but because secretly it was Hydra, it was basically the worst thing that could have possibly ever happened. And it's the same thing the way that Captain America put it. This isn't freedom. This is fear. And so I think that this is the event that is going to be the start of Civil War. Ant-Man comes out after Age of Ultron, but I think it's going to be kind of like not super related to the rest. It's just kind of like Ant-Man's intro movie. I'm pretty sure they planned it before, because the whole Edgar Wright thing was a long time ago. So I think that this movie's been in the works for so long that it's just kind of needed to bring in some characters, kind of a thing. Also, by the way, I think Hank Pym and Howard Stark created Ultron in the past. The Ultron program. Tony Stark restarts it using technology of today, or their today, restarts the Ultron program and completes it, and it doesn't turn out so good. The event of this boy dying, I think that boy is who's in the car that Captain America drops off that bridge, and that's why it's such a big deal. Because what would be more tragic than Captain America failing to save someone? He's Captain America. There's no other way to put it. He's the guy, so it would be the biggest fall, especially for himself. If Captain America failed to save someone, it would destroy him. Also, I want to address another point. Everyone thinks that someone's going to die in an Avengers movie. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that makes very much sense. Everybody says Joss Whedon loves to kill off his people, but how much say does Joss Whedon have in who gets to stay and who gets to die? This is his last Avengers movie. He did the first one and he did this one. In fact, he wanted the first Avengers movie to, the way that he put it was, my first draft was going to be a lot more waspy. But Kevin Feige and the people in charge of the entire future of Marvel, why would they kill off their main people? They're going to want them. They can't kill off Captain America or Iron Man. They're in Civil War. You just can't kill the Hulk. You can't kill Thor. Hawkeye has been said to be in Civil War as well. They've been talking a lot about Hawkeye and that he's going to be having a big future. And he didn't have a very good run so far. So yeah, he'd be an easy one to kill off, but I don't think they will. Scarlet Witch, there's no way they're killing her off. They're not killing off Black Widow because she is a fan favorite. She was the most wanted solo movie probably for a long time. They're not going to kill Vision. I don't think they're going to kill either of the twins. I think that the bridge collapsing is because the Hulk loses control at the end because of what Scarlet Witch did to him. So the Hulk loses control. He somehow has a bridge so that it's super high up in the air. And Captain America goes to save this boy who's in this car, fails, the car falls, the boy dies, the Hulk is the cause, Captain America failed to save it. So already Captain America feels like shit because he failed to save this boy. The Hulk is out of control. Somehow they figure out a way to subdue him using all combined Thor, Vision, Iron Man. Everybody works together to stop the Hulk. And I think there might be two Hulkbuster Hulk fights. One that's the Hulk being under control and one where he's already lost all control. Berserk Hulk, no more Bruce Banner. Hulk loses control, and I think the very, very last thing that happens in Avengers Age of Ultron is that Nick Fury, Tony Stark, everybody agrees once they capture the Hulk and subdue him and he's somehow knocked out, that causes them to shoot the Hulk into space, and it's going to lead into Marvel's Civil War. Hey, let me know what you think down below. Did you like the video? Did you not like it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me what you think is going to happen in Age of Ultron. If you like the video, click like. If you want to see more like this, click subscribe. I put out videos every once in a while, especially when major things hit. So talk to you guys later.